Hello, so just find some space around you. Bring yourself into a cross-leg position or just stretch out the legs. Sit nice and tall. Just relax your shoulders and let the arms and hands rest on top of the legs. Close the eyes or drop the gaze. And just find the breath, follow the breath coming in through the nostrils on the inhale. Softening the lips and breathing out, exhaling out of the mouth for longer than the inhale. Start to tune into your natural breath before we start any sort of movement. Breathing in, a deep inhale, softening the lips and just slowly exhaling out for a little bit longer than the inhale. So now just place one hand on the outer side of the head. Take a deep inhale. Exhale and just allow the head to come over the shoulder. So it's slightly forward. You can take the head back to the sides. Breathe for 4 breaths. Really just allow the head to hang heavy, to soften. Find the neck stretch, or is it round the back, top of the back, the chest. And on the next exhale, just roll the head back up, release the hand away, circle out the shoulders, and then place the opposite hand on the outer side of the head. Nice deep breath in through your nose, and exhale, just letting the head fall over to the same side, or slightly forward. Finding that stretch, just letting the head hang heavy. And then exhale, bringing the head back up, release the hand away and just roll out your shoulders, circling them back, really rolling them forward, and then taking them back. Just bring yourself on all fours now to a tabletop position. Hands are coming out to shoulder height, knees at your hip level, and just relax your feet. Start to just soften the belly and take the hips back. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhale and curve from the lower back, and allow the bend, the curve to happen throughout the full back. Letting the head drop. And exhale, in between the gap through the legs. So relaxing the hips back, really allow the belly to drop down toward the mat or the floor. Straight ahead and inhale through the nose. Exhale and just bring yourself back to a tabletop position. Start to lift up the left hand, slowly bringing the arm up and the hand up toward the ceiling, stretching out the fingers and just look down at the mat. Breathe a deep inhale and then exhale, bending the elbow, dropping that arm back down and the hand. And just move over to the other. So noticing this twist in the lower back, the side of the body. Observing the mobility happening in the spine. Just gentle movements. Keep breathing, coordinating the breath. Relaxing the shoulders. Take that arm and hand back down. And just make sure that elbow is coming out of the side and it's not coming on the inner side. We want it to be coming out of the side there. So now what we'll do from here is knee to nose pose. So lift up left leg on a bent knee. Notice the balance has shifted already over to the other side. Stretch out that leg with the flexed foot. And then if you can, start to walk the opposite hand up the mat, straight up in the air, and take a deep breath in through the nostrils. And we're going to exhale, bending the left knee, right elbow. Bring everything in toward the chest and exhale. As you reach out and out as though you're grabbing onto something, inhale. Exhale as you're drawing everything in toward the chest. So you can create a fist in the hand. So as you're reaching out, opening out the fingers, breathe in and exhale back to tabletop. You can come into child pose before we go into it on the other leg. So just choosing your child pose position, whether you're stretching the arms and hands up the floor, create two fists with the hands and pop the forehead on the fists. You can always just rest forehead on the mat and place the fingers behind the back of the neck. You can stretch the arms up the mat and come up onto the fingertips, and that gets you more of a stretch down the sides of the body. Choose what feels good for you. Relaxing the shoulders, opening out the legs or bringing them closer in. Come back up to a tabletop position, and we'll do that on the other side. So opposite leg, right leg, pick up on a bent knee, stretch the leg back, flexing the foot so the toes are pointing down, and walking the hand up the mat, up into the air, straight out in front. Look down and take a deep inhale. Exhale, bringing everything in toward the chest. So you're reaching out and out as though you're grabbing onto something. Exhale, bring everything in. And just look down at the mat just so you're not moving your head up and down, because this can create tension around the back of the neck. Back to a tabletop position. Walk the hands in toward you and roll out the wrist. So just circling out the wrist in both directions. Come onto all fours and just slowly onto your front. So we're coming onto our front. Pop the forehead on the mat. Arms and hands come down toward the hips. Fingers pointing down. And just observe your breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and just relax the shoulders. Fingers pointing down, so activating the hands and fingers. Start to lift up the legs and the feet first. And let the chest come up 45 degrees. Drop your shoulders, and then your arms and palms will just pop up, pointing down toward the feet. Relaxing the shoulders to lift the top half up even more. Straighten the head. Breathe for 4 breaths. Noticing curve happening in the lower back. The chest nice and open. And exhale and relax the side of the face. Do that once more. So forehead back on the mat. Arms and palms point down toward the hips. First thing that will lift up is the lower legs and the feet. Let the chest rise up 45 degrees. And then let the arms and fingers, hands pop up. Breathe for 4 to 6 breaths. So finding that breath coming in through the nostrils Softening the lips and exhaling out for a bit longer than the inhale. Notice the stretch happening around the sides, lower back, activation in the legs, and exhale. Relaxing everything back down onto the mat on the floor. So I'm going to come up back to tabletop. So slowly bring yourself up onto our pose. Widen out the legs, coming into our child pose again. So widen out the legs to the width of the mat. Allow the body to fall, but keep the core engaged, nice and active. Choose your arm and hand variation. Relaxing the shoulders and chest. Noticing the length in the spine. And notice the hips, that open sensation around the hips. Imagine you're breathing that in through the nose. And then just softly exhale out of the mouth. Walking the hands back in towards you. Back up to a seated